Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundlesssuccess to join today. Let's get you to the next level. We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth. JFK files declassified. War returns to Gaza. Stranded astronauts rescued, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. President Trump announced he will release 80,000 pages of unredacted files Tuesday about the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, after promising on the campaign trail to declassify the documents. While we're here, I thought it would be appropriate. We are tomorrow announcing and giving all of the Kennedy files. So people have been waiting for decades for this, and I've instructed my people, Tulsi Gabbard, that they must be released tomorrow, the president told reporters while touring the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. You got a lot of reading. I don't believe we're going to redact anything. I said, just don't redact. You can't redact, the president said, adding it will be about 80,000 pages that he described as interesting. He said he has heard about them. When asked if he has seen what's in the files, he added, I'm not doing summaries. You'll write your own summary. The ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is over as Israeli fighter jets began striking the Gaza Strip after Hamas refused repeated hostage deal offers, officials said. At least 326 Palestinians were killed in the airstrikes, according to Hamas. The Israel Defense Force began striking Hamas terrorist targets across Gaza in order to achieve the war objectives set by the political leadership, including the release of all our hostages, both the living and the fallen, the Office of Defense Minister Israel Katz said in a letter. This decision comes after Hamas repeatedly refused to release our hostages and rejected all proposals presented by U.S. President's envoy Steve Witkoff, as well as the mediators, the letter states. President Trump on Monday announced that former President Joe Biden's adult children will no longer receive U.S. Secret Service protection. In a Truth Social post, Trump remarked that Hunter Biden has received Secret Service protection for an extended period of time. There are as many as 18 people on his detail, which is ridiculous. Trump wrote, please be advised that effective immediately, Hunter Biden will no longer receive Secret Service protection. The Pentagon confirmed that a Navy guided missile destroyer was deployed to the southern border to aid in securing the U.S. border and operate in international waters. The USS Gravely, an Arleigh Burke-class warship armed with Tomahawk cruise missiles, will be stationed in the Northern Command Area, which includes the Gulf of America, the Straits of Florida, and much of the Caribbean region. The destroyer will also house a squad of U.S. Coast Guard law enforcement detachment operators, elite specialists in maritime missions such as combating piracy and intercepting drug trafficking. The warship recently served in the Middle East, where it was involved in shooting down ship attacks by Iran-backed Houthi rebels. The two U.S. astronauts who had been at the International Space Station for 9 months after their faulty Boeing Starliner capsule returned without them are finally heading home. NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams left Earth in June on a test flight that was originally intended to last about 9 days, but their stay was extended after thrusters on Boeing Starliner capsule Calypso failed during docking, raising concerns about the ship's ability to carry them home. The agency ultimately sent the capsule back empty after it was docked for about 3 months at the space station, saying it wanted to further understand the root causes of the spacecraft's issues. NASA also announced that Wilmore and Williams, who are both veteran astronauts and retired Navy test pilots, would return on a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft instead. The agency adjusted its rotation of astronauts as a result, removing 2 people from SpaceX's Crew 9 mission, which is returning to Earth this week to make room for Wilmore and Williams. A new CNN poll conducted March 6th through 9th found that the Democratic Party's favorability has hit a record low. 54% of Americans have an unfavorable opinion of the Democratic Party, 29% have a favorable opinion, and 16% have no opinion. Fully 1% said they had never heard of the Democratic Party, which is more than likely a protest against Democratic policies rather than people that actually don't know about the party. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.